Welcome back to the third segment of this month's Business Forum. I am Tammy McGoy, partner with Warren Averett and your 2016 chair. On the third segment, our guest is Vince Mayfield with Bit Wizards, and I want to thank you for attending today, and I want to also thank you, Vince, for being an annual sponsor for the Chamber. We appreciate that wholeheartedly and cannot do what we do without support from your organization.
Well, I'm happy to be here, and thank you. And I just want to know, where's the Hellenbach pizza? My understanding is every chamber event.
Vince.
You ate it all?
I already ate it, you know.
Well, Candy got me here under false pretenses then.
She did.
So I was like, holy cow.
Well, speaking of Candy, I love Candy. She is a chair of a new committee this year, Empower, and she's done a fantastic job. So again, thank you for allowing her to participate in the chamber as well.
Oh, absolutely. And the work is all Candy. I
Yes.
mean, she's pretty phenomenal. She's my director of marketing, and she does a fantastic job, or spectacular job, as she says it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Well, tell me, Vince, who is Bit Wizards?
Wow, Bit Wizards. Well, I thought we were going to talk about pizza, but I guess not. So Bit Wizards has been around since 2016. It started, Louis Erickson and myself started the company. Okay. We're both former military, transplanted here as military brats.
Okay.
And so went to the local high schools. I went to Shalimar Elementary and then the Meigs and Choctaw.
Go Choctaw.
Yeah, go Indians.
Yes, that's right.
But Louis is a Viking, so
Okay.
that's the other side.
That's right.
But we met in Civil Air Patrol, and then later on spent our careers together, and we also spent some time in the military ourselves, but worked for a number of the local defense contractors doing software development. And so we decided around just before the dot-com boom that we wanted to start a company and do software engineering. So we started out doing software engineering. And then later on, we found that it's not just enough to build the software. It has to look really good, so you have that user experience.
That's right.
And so we moved into doing graphic design and digital marketing type things. And then we realized that, there's a third part of this. It's not enough to build the software. You got to have something to run it on, right? So you got to run it on servers. It's either going to be in the cloud or on-prem. And so we created an infrastructure group, and we do managed IT services there. So we build it, we make it look good, and we put it on the platforms it needs to run on.
Well, that's perfect, because I'm the type of person that I just want to be able to use it. So not behind the scene type stuff, just as a user, make it simple. So it sounds like that's exactly what you can do.
Absolutely, and I don't know any business owner that said they got into business to own a bunch of computers.
That's right.
I mean, they just want it to work.
Yes, correct. Do you see an increase in the use of cloud services?
Absolutely. It's funny that you say that, because I think that's one of the primary trends that we're seeing these days is that I think it's Satya Nadella from Microsoft said that we live in a mobile-first, cloud-first world, and that's absolutely true. Everybody gets everything on their mobile devices, and those mobile devices are powered through the cloud. No longer can you afford to just have a server in some closet in the back end of your business. Really, it needs to be sort of a global infrastructure. And that's one of the things that cloud does for you, is it allows you to have a global type of infrastructure that you otherwise couldn't afford as a small or medium business. I call it a small business equalizer.
Okay, and that makes sense, because then they're not spending the dollars to have the hardware and the server, like you said, in a closet. They're actually paying for someone to manage it in the cloud?
Yes,
Okay.
manage it for them. It could be in the cloud, but there's also another form of managed services where there's still some folks that have certain needs where they want to be on premise or in their own office, and so you would pay somebody to help manage that, because it's really hard to find people that have a lot of cross skills in those areas, and so that's why you often outsource those types of things.
So what is digital marketing?
Oh wow, one of my favorite subjects. So I told you we build software, we build applications.
Yes.
And so those could be websites, or it could be mobile applications, or it could be some sort of custom app. But the reality is that now marketing itself has changed. As business owners, trying to do things and get our name out there, our branding and awareness and things like that, we no longer control the buying process for our customers. And so digital marketing is that element of marketing that comprises things like the web and social media and digital advertising, Facebook ads, things like that.
Well, I can tell you that it's very hard to change an old dog, new tricks, and so that social media type stuff is very, very important, and it's the way that people communicate these days. So, being able to offer that type of service and provide that, level of communication is important.
Absolutely, because as I mentioned, we don't control the buying power,
Right.
the buying process anymore, and customers have instant access to data. So they're going to go out and they're going to do the research about you first through the web. That's going to be their first experience that they have about your company. And then when you talk about the fact that the demographic has changed in terms of people in the workforce, millennials, these folks are digital natives. They're people that know nothing but digital from the time they were born.
Right.
And so when they come out, they've already done their homework. And it's your opportunity to lose by the time they come to you. And they make those judgments early on by checking out your website, seeing where you're at with Facebook, Instagram, all those things. Absolutely critical for businesses today.
Right. Well, I actually visited your website and found a lot of wealthy information on there. One of the things that I enjoyed was the client success, success stories. And so you have a link that talks about how you have helped businesses in whatever need that they had, and it's very interesting how you've done that. And I can relate to it because I want to see how you're helping, and so it seems like you've done that very well. So I enjoyed that part of your advertising.
No, thank you.
On your website.
In professional services, the best predictor of future performance is past performance. And so by putting out those case studies, and we do a lot of them on video now, because a video, you get to have the customer get up there and talk about or show you hands-on exactly what they're doing. It says a lot more than somebody having to go back and read some document that's out there. So we try to do both because you're targeting different types of people there. But
now, I did find something that I really don't know what it is, and I thought you could explain it to me, but what is Kentico?
Okay, so Kentico is a piece of software. It is a content management system. So it used to be when we built websites, you built them very statically in HTML and CSS, and they really didn't change a lot, right? Well, in today's market, that's not the case. You have to have up-to-date content, things working all the time. And Kentico is a content management system. It's a framework that allows us to build a website on that allows the end user to actually edit the content of the website. So like if you want to put a new news article out there, you want to upload a document, you can do it without coming back to me as the programmer, and you can actually put that out there. And that's also a key point is that the search engines now kind of rank you based upon how fresh and up-to-date your content is. So what used to be brochureware has gone away, where you just basically, you can't just have a presence anymore. That's not going to cut it.
Well, Vince, we're running out of time, but I just want to thank you, and I'm sorry I ate all the pizza today.
Oh, man, I'm upset.
But I do appreciate you being involved in the Chamber, being an annual sponsor, being on today's show, and what you do. Like I said, our community is better served with BitWizard, so thank you.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And that concludes our show. We will see you next time.